Hi everyone. It's another day. It's another fine day. Um, another day for us to come together as a community. Another day for us to come together as a people. Sit and just have conversations that can help us grow. Another day for us to gather and just talk about things that are building our community. Another day for us to come together and just talk about they might sound little. They might be, you might look at them like they're trivia, they are petty, but trust me, that is the only way for us to build. That is the way forward, to building our community, to building this beautiful community that we are blessed with. It's going to be different today. We are doing another remote interview. uh I was supposed to be here with my brother Rudolph, but man, uh, bad, poor planning, and it's not. Yeah, guys, go ahead for the few that are watching already. Let's start sharing. We are already 60 minutes behind time, so I don't think we want to stay too long before we jump into the conversation. Like I said, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. It's going to be a good one. We are going to talk about soccer in our community. Oh, it's gonna be a fine one. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. We want to talk about the beautiful game. 2023 National Veterans Tournament. Yep, yep, yep. To build our community. Hi guys. By the way, let us know where you're watching from. I see a few people watching already. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. And please let us know where you're watching from. So when time for shout out reach, uh, might give you your shout out, the shout out you deserve. But go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Please go ahead and comment. Please go ahead and comment. Yeah, please go ahead and comment where you're watching from. Please, please, please go ahead and comment where you're watching from. We'll get some wonderful panel. We'll get some wonderful panel today. Um, it's going to be a beautiful conversation. Um, like I don't always see it conversation where the goal now for build and build and build our community. The goal now for strengthen and strengthen and strengthen our community. The goal now for continue grow our community. The goal now for continue grow our community. And yeah, please let us know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know where you are watching from. So we'll see how we Okay. Yeah, and for those who they watch, I hope say the volume they okay. Is the volume okay? Let me know if the volume is okay. If the volume is fine, please let me know if the volume is fine. Please, please, please let me know if the volume is fine. Go ahead and share. We want to talk about NVT. We go happen here for Atlanta. It's one of the biggest uh event where they happen for our community every year. Um, every year, once in a year, um, people from all over the United States they gather uh, for one place. I remember that for Houston, we were more than 10,000 people. So yeah, I remember for Houston, it was so many people. It was Rock, a young. Okay, it's a volume de okay, volume de okay, volume de okay, guys. Let's go ahead and share. Let's go ahead and share. Let's go ahead and share. Very soon, I will bring in our guests and we'll kickstart the conversation. We want to talk about football. Want to talk about national veteran tournament. Not just about the tournament. We need to understand how the tournament impact our community. We need for maybe know how the people the way they organize and the year where they host this year, how prepared they be, whether they only prepare now for take the cup or they prepare for make sure see the more than 10,000 people we go fly into Atlanta during that 4 days event, go get the fun with the one time, go get the, because for most people it is more like a vacation. It's more like a vacation, a family vacation. Teams in like Houston, San Antonio, when they go to places like that, they go with their families, wife, kids, and every person. They get a big bus. Any man enter inside that bus. They drive for on a 1 day or on a 2 day, make stops and for route, enjoy themselves until they get to where they are going. So we want to just talk to uh, president for Gwinnett and the former president for Gwinnett. But during the show, we'll get opportunity for bring in other people. We probably they are not even from Atlanta. Maybe I don't know if I'm a pro Grand Pro Jermaine Toko they available or like for sending link. May give us one or two tips on what did it happen. Yeah, but guys, go ahead and share. Go ahead and share the video. This competition, the National Veteran Tournament, it started a few years ago. About how many years ago? Or probably like seven. Yeah, 7 or 8 years ago. And I think the first edition was in Atlanta. Benim Naguine, the host. The first edition, I think, was in Atlanta. Was part of that first edition. It was good. It was good. It was the first of its kind. So many mistakes were made, but the tournament itself was fun. First of all, the meeting people you've not seen for a very long time. Not only meeting them, but then you guys get to share in that game where you don't always bring on together one of the grow up, which is football, where they call and say soccer. On a permit me, I would switch between soccer and football, but I don't know say I talking about football. The football will not for be. So yeah, so many years ago, it started in Atlanta. It was good. The experience was wonderful. I think after Atlanta, they came down to Texas. After Texas, I think they went to Oklahoma. Was it like that? After Texas, I think they went to Oklahoma. After Oklahoma, then pandemic come. Uh, my brother Malik. Yeah, I think my send president in the link made and join because we need for since we start late, we need for jump into the conversation already. Yeah, Malik, I beg tell president say I don't send them some link. May they just click the link, they follow the instructions. It will help them join the live. Yeah. Yeah. So it went to Oklahoma, and then after Oklahoma, I think a pandemic come. So during those pandemic years, there was a pause. And then later on, he came back now for Houston. Man, when he came back to Houston, it was huge. Now, I think after Oklahoma, I think they go Delaware. I think after Delaware, we pandemic come. But then when he came back, it was Houston. Man, people, it was long. First of all, people know how they come off for house. No be only people know how they come off for house. People know how see people. People know how really gather, get some fun. Just around that time, we uh just just around that time, my brother Etienne Kazi, Carlos the watch. I think a captain for Camdal. Camdal, one of the pioneer veteran clubs in for America, for our community. Yeah, Molagudi, man, Houston was big. Houston was big. Like we went there, it was a shutdown, complete shutdown. No rental cars because we rent all moto. Hotels, we no hotels, all hotel and people take them. Like Houston was just you know that feeling where people don't stay inside house for a very long time, no events, nothing, and then boom, um, we'll just come back we'll come back see hey NVT, and then the number of teams, I think they even go up. And I feel like one thing I really liked about the organization was good. The organization for me was Houston was good. It was superb. um in as much as yeah, it's difficult for you to organize an event of that magnitude, especially when the number of people the way they show up was more than what you expected. But then they at least they managed them well. We had few incidences, but I always focus me on the positive things. It was a game, the soccer, the fun, and okay, I think Preside for here now. So we'll go ahead and Adi. Once the other boss join, we'll just continue the conversation. I beg una know as we dey do am for here. When I bring in Prezi, una clap, una shout. These are people who are making things happen for our community. These are people who are investing time in building our community. These are people who they're already there for some place for life. They will feature should don't chop their small money, they enjoy with their family and all of that. But they don't look at life like that. They feel like, hey, what can we continue to do to bring our people together? What can we continue to do to make sure two-way person, dirty person for Texas don't learn? I'm gonna get some event we want every year. If we bring people together, so two-way people for Texas don't learn, and two-way people for Maryland learn, two-way people for every other side don't learn. If we meet up for that place, not only for play soccer, we all love them, but also for network. I'll add prisoner back when I add the I want to hear how on the clap and shout and shout and shout. Oh God, welcome, Prezi.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad to
Man,
be here. Glad to
oh
be here.
God. By the way, I know you're a busy man. Sundays like this, now for rest, maybe with family, start think about make plans for the next day. But uh,
Exactly.
when I reach out to you, you were like, "Hey, let's do this." At the end of the day, that is what building the community is all about.
You're very right. You're very right. I'm just actually from the complex
Okay.
this
Wow.
afternoon, so that to look at everything, look at logistics,
Yeah.
and I said it was important to go there so that if we can right now
Mm-hmm.
tell our community, say we are expecting everyone, we are ready.
Mm-hmm.
We know NVT is very important for our community to grow and begin to
Mm-hmm.
show our impact and legacy in
Mm-hmm.
this country and as well later on in Cameroon. So,
Yeah.
so it's a great thing. I'll be happy for the year. So
I
good, good.
like that part. I like that part about legacy, and now one of the things in that way I really admire am for this generation. We are not just about us. We are about us and the community and what we can actually do to make sure before one come off a year, more leave some foundation where that picking just can continue build on top.
Exactly.
Ma add my boss Dennis and then I beg when I clap for you pass one I will clap for Prezi because the foundation we Prezi there on top now so na he start am.
That is it. That is it.
Wow. Boss Dennis, welcome.
Well, I'll be very happy for joining your show and look forward to carry on this discussion with you. So excited to really explain to the community, your followers, what is going
Mhm,
on, and
mhm.
forward to discuss more about that. But happy to join the show. Thank you.
Mo start with you. Gwyneth, how did you guys how you start? Ma
Go
start with
ahead.
both boss Dennis here.
Yes.
Doug, you want to start or must start?
Go
No, may
ahead.
you start now you be former, so now if you
Okay.
get a better.
No, I give a lot of respect for my president,
I
but
know, I
yeah.
know.
So anyway, we started this club because, of course, just like any club, the
Hmm.
goal was more about our health, right?
Yeah.
Doing exercise and given the fact, say at least we're getting old
Hmm.
and we call ourselves veterans. So we started this club about like 7 or 8 years ago. And when I say started in that officially with a good structure,
Hmm.
but it's been a long ride. And the club, I mean, I think we had a former president, Akko Bryan, from Akko Bryan, Chief Jose. After Chief Jose, I was the next president. And
Hmm.
Dr. Neville is the current president,
Hmm.
and it's been a great ride. And through this time, we've achieved great success from football, helping our community, and also everything that we do. We always try to make sure that we extend to other clubs and even back home. Try to make
Wow.
sure that we build a stronger community, which is part of the objective as well for the National Veterans Tournament, USA Football Association. So it's been a great ride.
Wow. President, my next question going now for you.
Mhm.
2023, how does it feel?
2023 feels great, man. It's very exciting. Very exciting to know, say, we're going to host the entire community. We're going to
Hmm.
host 36 teams. We're going to host families and friends. We're going to host people from about 20 states in the US and in Canada as well,
Hmm.
and people coming from Cameroon. It's very, very exciting,
Wow.
number one. But it is also really, really, when you think about it, it's humbling.
Hmm.
It's humbling that you have this large responsibility and you want to make sure that you do your best. You
Hmm.
do your best to uplift everybody in our community. So that's one of the things that when we put Gwinnett veterans together, when,
Yeah.
as Prezi mentioned, Emeritus, even a young Ebot Momo Kukuri, when he
Hmm.
was in Gwinnett County, we
Hmm.
have people like Pa Elias. We kind of started
Hmm.
in the backyards in the neighborhood, people just knocking the ball around. And then today it's grown to about an 80 to 100 man football club and welcoming people to our land, to Gwinnett County is showing that Gwinnett has achieved that standard where we want to make sure that we take NVT to another level. And so that is why it's very exciting
Wow.
to welcome everybody.
Boss Dennis, Gwinnett don't always been that team way every year for MVT they talk about. And people like almost every man they prepare his strategy they learn towards you now. Wait to make una different, wait to make una that group way uh everyone, because at the end of the day, me I look at like somebody looking like una be the competitor. No, me I look at like una be actually the role model. Now the reason where every person the one measure itself now to now like wait with that unique, wait with that thing about una. we make una different?
I mean, I'll start with this, right? And I'll really maybe I'll talk this now for Pigeon, the
Mm-hmm.
first part, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that will always happen for community is we most of us coming from Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially given the nature of our country in terms of how things are structured,
Yeah.
right? Where I mean, people don't really follow a lot of rules and laws in place, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we come here, sometimes when we try to put those rules and regulation in place within our own community,
Mm-hmm.
some people would always get that challenge where we want people they don't want to follow those rules, but they follow the rules for the companies they work
They
for,
work
all
for the.
that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So one of the biggest thing that we've done is to have a
Yeah.
structure that holds people accountable, a structure that is transparent, a structure that is very respectful.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have that structure and you get that buy-in and
Mm-hmm.
you have that vision, people see that I mean we can achieve this, and if we can achieve this based on those structures where everybody is held accountable,
Yeah.
there's no we treat everybody with respect. There's
Mm-hmm.
no class between our club, like
Mm-hmm.
because some person a doctor or some
Mm-hmm.
person they make this amount of money
Mm-hmm.
as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody opinion counts,
Mm-hmm.
everybody input counts. We work
Mm-hmm.
as a team, and there's nothing strong as a team. A team that is very strong. So when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to that, we have two parts. We have the social part and we have the football part. When it comes to the
Yeah.
football part, everything that goes into the football part, starting with the coaches, Coach
Yeah.
Njongoro, Coach Numa, Coach Allen, everything that they put in place for us to win is start with that basic foundation of having a good structure,
Yeah.
having a structure that everybody is bound to follow. And when you have that as a team, that is the foundation for success.
Wow.
And this is something that I hold dear in mind, and that's why I mean in the NVT as an organization,
Mm-hmm.
I be the chair for the constitutional committee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I try to push forward. So we have an NVT that also have that kind of foundation,
Wow.
because one of our challenges that we always find in this NVT is some teams not respecting the law,
Wow.
and we have to go back and get this back and forth
Mm-hmm.
and pointing fingers, but we can do better. And
Very
that's
true.
why we're trying to build on that structure so
Mm-hmm.
that every team can participate. And we've set up to be like the blueprint so other teams can emulate and also be successful. So we have a stronger association NVT.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, for example, the Ethiopians, they have
Mm-hmm.
a strong organization.
Mm-hmm.
We can do better than them. This
Yeah.
year we're having 36 teams, and next year it might go up to 40.
Yeah.
If you don't have a stronger organization, it might collapse. If you don't have
That's
good
true.
structure, it might collapse. If you know about CAMSA, it collapsed because there was
Yep.
no structure, there was no organization. So that's something that Gwinnett holds very strong. And I'm sure my president can talk more about it, but that's just some kind of background on how we succeed.
Uh,
Uh, President,
yeah,
my next question. Yeah, you want to add
yeah.
something, Adam? No.
Just add a few things today.
Yeah.
One of the things, Gwinnett is a very humble team,
Yeah.
very humble team, and we learn. We
Mm-hmm.
learn and we share ideas everywhere. We started, you mentioned just one slide, the first edition, kind of like we did a little bit for
Mm-hmm.
Maryland, and then it moved to Atlanta to a little
Oh.
bit more expanded edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Gwinnett attend the Atlanta version. Then the following year, attend the one I think in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And in Dallas, we understand very quickly and learn from other teams. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
participate in NVT, it's
Mm-hmm.
not just a few players; it's the
Yeah.
whole team, it's
Yeah.
the whole family. And
Mm-hmm.
so, if you look, and we set that standard going to Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
showed up with a huge team, our wives,
Yeah.
fan club, and we bring in the idea of fan club in NVT. And
Wow.
with that huge number, at least it gives you that focus and
Mm-hmm.
that direction to come in and not only have fun on the field, have fun with your family. And so now,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you see, you talked a little bit earlier about NVT not only being soccer,
Mm-hmm.
but it's now begin to extend to families and people traveling. That is something that Gwinnett learned in Dallas, then implement them in Oklahoma, and we'll be very happy. Say many teams are picking up on that, and it is becoming a huge festival. And so that's the strength of Gwinnett. As Prezi talk,
Mhm.
respect. We take everybody's ideas, we put
Mhm.
them on the table, we figure out what is the best, we move forward. And once we move forward, we strive to move forward as one spirit. And
Mhm.
why that why they call everybody when they come to NVT Atlanta,
Mhm.
come to the field, come to the field, participate to make our community, to make our vendors, to
Mhm.
make everybody where they feel grow stronger,
Mhm.
support the businesses so they come feel for make sure say NVTB a big thing. That's how we come together to make sure that our community grow and grows stronger. It's not about Gwinnett, it's about all of us.
Boss, I think the next question we get will be now for you. We so you take the question.
Yeah,
Uh, what are you planning differently? What are you guys planning differently to make it better? Like, which is the few things you want to do? We announce it sometime when I want maybe like surprise. But if you get one day, if you tell me about, just
great. One of the first things that we want to show everybody, we get a world class complex.
mm-hmm,
We get a world class complex where we will accommodate everybody
mm-hmm.
without any issues.
Wow,
Not only we get a world class complex, we get amazing pitches. We don't spend 3 months for
wow,
renovate them just for NVT. So
wow,
as you come here, you're coming to play soccer on a perfect pitch, right?
wow.
And this year we don't add for President talk about fairness, right?
Yeah,
We want everybody, you don't want to leave your state, fly and come in here and feel as if nothing is happening, right? This
yeah,
year, we want institute 4 referees
mm-hmm,
into the game. So every game will be manned by 4 referees, and we outsource the refereeing to an independent body so
wow,
that if he take care of that and make sure that the game is fair for everybody and called very well. So we
wow,
get an extra person, a match delegate, where we go make sure say teams comply with the rules where we set them all together, right?
mm-hmm.
You must be age 35 and above to play so
Both,
that everybody enjoys the game,
yeah,
right? And we don't prepare well to make sure once you show up on the field, you have good parking, you
yeah,
have good bedrooms, right? And you have a huge vendor village space where you
wow,
can relax and enjoy with your family, right? And
yeah,
then the entertainment package in night and during the night is off the chains. Off the chains. If you look, as we don't tell you, we look at, we are also exposing Cameroon culture
culture.
by the
That's true.
different kinds of musicians that they will be present, right?
Mm-hmm,
And we also make sure, say, we'll try to correct some mistakes and we'll see them in the past.
mm-hmm,
Why the way we extend that entertainment for people literally for a very long period of time from 9 p.m. to somewhere in
okay,
3 a.m., 4 a.m., so that you really enjoy yourself. But we want to ensure that the game of football, the beautiful game, is played well, played fairly, and enjoyable for everybody on
wow,
very nice pitches and so forth. So everything is being prepared and put in place to ensure, say, you and family will have a good time in the
wow.
comes.
Wow. For all those who they watch, I know not only me wanna get right to ask question. I beg una comment, una questions when I want to ask Prezi. Whether not about the Gwinnett as a team or not about the organization for NVT this year. Wanna put as many as possible questions for down the yeah. Some person already say he get a question. Carlos, if you comment your question, if you comment your question and then I'll read them out to Prezi for you to answer. And then, guys, don't forget to share this video. Share to your various veteran groups. I believe say we fit now and now one other place. And also now we'll get forums away. Would the get this conversation? But this place to be now one place for you for make a suggestion or ask a question where you need clarification on. Boss Denise, Gwinnett, what to be some of the things that we wanna do besides soccer? We eat because I don't think in the elder ball when I play, they make una really big, una did together that way. like all man na Gwinnett. What be some of the things when I do besides soccer? We really build a family within Una.
I will start the first one of the things we do is community service. Community service is very important, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
way, I mean, which you go through your community and try to help, whether, I mean, maybe cleaning up or maybe food bank or that we do that. But
Mm-hmm.
there are also something that we do, especially we have like a annual kids Christmas party that we do for our kids,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something that is very exciting. And every time we come to the field, most of the parents they come there with their kids, and the
Mm-hmm.
kids they hang out around, they play together, so they get to know each other, and
Wow.
they also help our spouse to know that hey, we are taking kids out of the house so they have some
Mm-hmm.
time for themselves. They can go
Mm-hmm.
shop with their friends and they can stay at home and relax. It is something that helps to build a club because I mean when you have that family
Mm-hmm.
background supporting you either
Mm-hmm.
through the kids either through your wife is very
Yeah.
helpful. We also do things like I mean, we always have like parties just where we invite other teams and
Yeah.
just play soccer and have fun. But the biggest thing for us is we've always tried to integrate our family to our success. And when you start integrate family to your team, you start holding people accountable because people know that any decision or anything that you do is not just about you, your family is watching. Your kids are out there watching you. So it has helped our team to have a standard where people behave the right way because they know they'll be called out. And I know when I say some of these things, people think we're just saying it, but those are things that we put in practice and it's actually working. It builds a good, strong team with a very mental health team where everybody
Mm-hmm.
feel like they're part of it and they
Mm-hmm.
want to involve. And it goes back to this hosting that we're hosting.
Mm-hmm.
Every member of our team is going to be part of this hosting. We want to
Wow.
set a standard. We want to make sure that our guests that are coming out of the town they are served well. We are here to
Wow.
serve them. So we'll make sure that when they go back, they'll say, Connect actually save us. We are here to serve. And it's something that is a challenge most of the times because we are the hosts and
Yeah.
we also participate in the tournament, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll make sure that that happens. That's our goal.
And can I just throw
Yes.
something else
Yes, sir.
on that community, the other things that we do?
Yeah.
NVT is really really big on our health as well. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that Gwinnett does on a yearly basis now is a health fair.
Wow.
So where we bring in people from the community in Gwinnett County
Mm-hmm.
hospitals to come and talk about issues that affect our community, to
Mm-hmm.
even do vaccinations and tell us a little bit about our internal clock and health.
Mm-hmm.
So we're partnering with different organizations
Mm-hmm.
to help us build that. We have a back to school where we
Mm-hmm.
show our children that education is important, and
Yeah.
we're making plans to tack that back to school with mentorship and scholarship programs in the near
Wow.
future. And
Wow.
and so we want to be a club. Remember, I started with NVT has to build a legacy for the community,
Very
because
true.
NVT, if you think about it, the veterans, you have some of the most sound people in all communities in the US. So if those people can come together to build a long-lasting legacy
Mm-hmm.
in each of these individual states, it makes our community altogether very strong. And that's what we are trying and pushing forward in Gwinnett on the football side and also on the community side and on an individual basis. Think about this veteran thing. People sometimes say, oh, they just go sit down, maybe they play and then they drink. No,
Mm-hmm.
they decompress. They
That's
learn
true.
about what are the new careers out there. They
That's true.
network with people individually, and you see people form business connections and business links. and so for example, I'll give you an example. One of the places where we bought some of our attire
Mm-hmm.
for NVT 2023
Mm-hmm.
is through Duplex,
Yeah.
Duplex in Canada, and that is us wanting to make sure that we are also supporting our member, one of our Cameroonians in the community, and that's a great thing. And
Yeah.
this came through a connection with one of my classmates, Edith Piqua,
Mm-hmm.
who has given us some, who has encouraged us and promoted us purchasing some articles from Duplex. So when it came
Yeah.
time, we said, let's go. And if you can
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm even putting on, this is from Duplex.
Yeah.
So it's something that Gwinnett is strong in trying to make sure we promote each other and promote ourselves. And that's one thing that I want everybody come to Atlanta. Please come promote the businesses that have also decided to be vendor so that we
That was
build
ac-
beauty.
that was actually going to be my next question for you, Prezi.
Okay.
Because most people just feel like when they say veterans, it's just about ball, ball, ball. We can playing a ball, go. I don't know if you point out the other avenues where people will actually exploit them while we the day for Atlanta during these 4 days.
Yes, there is a lot, and people are exploiting some that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
but what we are really interested is, we have a number of vendors that are going to be introducing new type of businesses also to the community. We
True.
have people that will talk a little bit about health insurance. We have people
Mm-hmm.
that will talk about different kinds of insurance. We
Mm-hmm.
have people that will promote a new business
Mm-hmm.
and bring it into the Cameroonian community for beverages.
Mm-hmm.
So we have people, vendors from different categories that will also do vendings. We have people that will promote arts, Cameroon
Mm-hmm.
arts on the field, and we want people to be exposed to that and learn more about Cameroon,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we are working hard to bring not only Cameroonians but the entire community to see what the impact of Cameroon is, or the
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon community on Gwinnett County. We have people that are sharing their Airbnbs, giving out their Airbnbs so that people coming into the city can
Mm-hmm.
live. That's businesses on the Cameroonian side that is helpful, right?
Wow.
And we're beginning to create a connection with our city, so they see all of these things that are happening from a Cameroon community perspective.
Yeah.
And there is so many other things that are happening that other people are doing. So when we bring these musicians here, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's not only to entertain, but it's
Yeah.
also for them to expose Cameroonian culture out
Culture.
there, and also support the managers that bring them here, right? If you
Yeah.
think about it, NVT is one of the biggest
It's the
stages
biggest, I think so.
for
It
any
is.
Yep.
Cameroonian musician.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a great thing that we come out there and we support all of these musicians and do all of these things that build our community and make it stronger.
Wow.
Yeah, I think if I be at, I know most of the time when they talk about when we talk about this veteran soccer, um, I'll say this. I know. I mean, you get a lot of single people out there, male and
Mm-hmm.
female,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes people are looking to meet and mingle,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just sitting at their home. But this opportunity for them to come out and meet people, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, people have met their spouse in gatherings like this,
This.
so we are encouraging people, especially the single people, girls, male, to come
Mm-hmm.
out, and you will not regret it. You meet
Mm-hmm.
as awesome people that you can interact with. People, I mean, it's especially at the field,
Yeah.
because it's not everybody that is playing. There are a lot of fans, people watching, people chatting. So
Mm-hmm.
please, if you're watching this and you're sitting at your home and you feel like you want to participate, it's not about all soccer. There are a lot of people coming. People want to mingle. So
Mm-hmm.
feel free to join, and you will not regret it.
And I think say one other thing that I want to add on I think our villages, our tribes, then too, they get to start think about how we the one can represent their identity. Like the one can represent themselves for NVT because I think about the beautiful cultures they will get. I don't think so. We don't really start showcasing for NVT. Yeah. I just really wish any person way. I just imagine you come for there, you see Oroko Juju, Bakosi Juju, So Juju, and it will be so beautiful. I
We
just hope, yeah,
you hit the nail on the head, which is something that has to happen. We
yeah,
would begin, we would during our opening ceremony, we would do a little bit of a glimpse of
wow,
what can be, but
okay,
we are not there yet because of
yeah,
timing issues.
mm-hmm,
But when I envision
mm-hmm,
NVT maybe down the road in Minnesota, because we're heading to Minnesota in 2024. When
yeah,
I envision NVT down the road, you can look at the Monday
yep,
where we have an open festival
yep,
where you have, if 10,000, 12,000 people attended
mm-hmm,
NVT. Imagine a festival, open festival with only Cameroonian musicians
yep,
singing to 10,000 people, looking at all Cameroonian
wow,
culture and this thing. This will put them at a different level.
level,
This will showcase every one of our cultures.
very
The
true,
the tricky issue has always been the timing, right?
yeah,
Because it's a packed schedule from
mm-hmm,
Friday.
yeah,
Friday from 8 o'clock in the morning, we have the opening ceremony for the first 1 hour, 30 minutes. We
mm-hmm,
get ready, we play over 36 games
yeah,
on that day, and then we come back the next day, we go at it again.
mm-hmm,
So we're thinking the issue has been, but we need to find areas, and maybe even this year, if you are one of the because this idea that you've just brought is very great, and we have
yeah,
a huge vendor village. So if
yeah,
you're one of these organizations and you want to take the opportunity to come even stage and
mm-hmm,
present, do a dance at the vendor village,
mm-hmm.
so that people it gets people there, please feel free do so. That would be amazing, so that we can get going. So thank you for that thought. It's a good one.
President Emeritus, the next question are for you. Um, three times champions. What to be more important for you now? A successful NVT or you becoming the full time the champion the full time?
Oh my god.
So Toride, this year we get two objectives we'll get for accomplish. Two
Yeah.
objectives. We said it very clear. Objective number one, we have to win number four NVT. We have said it before that we have a 5 year plan
Mm-hmm.
per emeritus Jose Fonke. So we've played four finals. We've won
Mm-hmm.
three, and we taking this one. We host, we win. That's our motto. We host,
Mm-hmm.
we win. Now, objective number two. I know a lot of people will be saying, "How can you host a successful NVT and still
Mm-hmm.
win?" Because we can, because we are given Gwinnett Veterans Soccer Club. We will make sure that we save our guests. We'll do that. We've been planning this for a long time. We have everything in place to make sure that happens. So at the end of this, we will win and we'll make sure that people go back satisfied.
Okay. Prezi.
Man, all past presidents have won. I gotta win too, right?
And at the speed, and that we will pass and down to our picking them being organized and making sure you do something. If your predecessor be do win, at least you to win, so the
Yeah,
next person will continue
I
winning.
mean, I think our club is very unique because it's one of the clubs where, I mean, our past presidents are very involved. Sometimes in their person, they leave presidency, just say, okay, my own not correct, go find
Yeah,
place you don't.
yeah,
But we are doing our best to make sure that whoever is the president succeed. Make sure
wow.
we are there to support and give the best we can, and we are doing that. From President Jose to me, we are making sure that Dr. Navy, as our current president, succeed, and our club should succeed. We are making sure that will happen, and we're making sure that, I mean, we visited all these different state that we're hosting. We saw what they did, and we want to improve on that. NVT has grown very fast. Like you mentioned in the beginning of your show, it officially started in Atlanta. From Atlanta, I mean, they had only about 9 teams.
Yes.
So we went to Dallas, they had 11 teams. Oklahoma, they had 13 teams. Then from Oklahoma, we went to Delaware, they had
Delaware.
about, I think
Yeah,
it
20,
was
20.
20 something teams, then come back to Houston, 28 teams. Then now it's 36 teams. So
Yeah.
it's been growing exponentially, and there's a lot of room for improvement. And we'll make sure that we don't disappoint as Gwinnett, because we know everybody is looking up to us to make sure that we don't disappoint. And it comes a lot of challenges. I will make sure that happens.
Yeah, would actually people dey actually pray una disappoint. Me they talk say una only know for win. Una only know for can play with different people that own competition win. Una own don't canon and not be organized. But
Yeah.
I know when once person be organized, it be organized. You be organized for here, you'll be organized every other place. I know it's going to be a good one. Prezi, the next question now for you. Yeah, boys, are they ready?
Oh, you mean my team?
Yeah.
Uh, when it's when my boys are ready. Number one,
Okay.
they're always ready, and it's when you really go to war that you see real men.
Okay.
So I know I've heard some teams last year. Last year just to tell people around this tournament, we also host a lot of former Lions. So last year we had as a former assistant captain of the Indomitable Lions, Ayong, that was there, played for San Antonio. We played them 3 times and won. Won them. And this year, I hear there is another team that has put together uh, Jean de Macun,
Wow.
Pierre Womelen, and
Really?
le gouverneur de Toulouse, Achille Emana.
Wow.
So because they're coming for Gwinnett, but I just want to remind them we have a team that has been together for the last 5 years,
Yeah.
and we are always ready. And we're always ready. We are always ready to compete. And saying this to tell everybody that is around, this is going to be an amazing tournament, a very competitive one, and we are ready. Our boys are ready from keeper all the way to number 9, and everybody coming. Remember OJ, remember Pro Malik. Pro Malik has been ready ever since, and there's some new players that are coming in. So, and Coach Jongoro, Coach Numa, Coach Alino, they do their thing. So we give it to them and say, guys, go ahead and bring us that win back, while we have an administrative team that is working to make sure that you enjoy your time in Gwinnett County for NVT 2023.
Oh. Emeritus.
To read
Yeah.
I just want to add, say, people they watch me, they understand, say, this tournament is not only for Cameroonians, right?
Yeah.
We get people from other countries, especially Nigeria, Ghana, and other African countries, even
Senegal.
Senegal, Americans, so where they participate for the tournament.
Yeah.
So if people they watch them from anywhere and they won't be involved and they won't be part of it, if you have whatever country you are, if you love the game soccer or football as they call it,
Yeah.
you can always be part of it. And also, I mean, there's Congo. I mean, there's a lot of different African countries that are part of this. So I just want that people watching don't feel like, oh, it's only a Cameroonian thing, because even in our club we have players from different African countries. So we are always trying to integrate everybody depending on how you fit with our culture, the culture of our club. And of course, I'm sure other clubs are out there that are the same. They're integrating people from other countries, other nationalities, as long as they fit with the modus operandi of their club. So, which is a great thing. So, which is expanding it to other communities.
My next question, any person fit take the question, any person we or I think or maybe all on ourselves, anyone will answer of their own time. But one of the things that I don't always be concerned about NVT, now the fact say now that one period we will get people the way they don't play the game and we today most of them are intellectuals them. I'll get people the way they don't really play the game for that high level, but most of them now like for yeah, doctor this, doctor that they come together, come that once every year we come together and we play that beautiful game. And then after maybe we'll go for entertainment, all of that. Are you guys thinking about like a symposium where while we the men that they play, maybe the women they will come, they will picking them. If we get people like because I don't mention people that like Ashile Man and them, Eno Young. I had Eno Young on Toridi in. The talk was wonderful. Like, everyone was like, wow, we need to forget the guy for the talk to the community every now and then. I don't know for level for Gwinnett, I don't know if, or even for level for national veteran. Are you guys thinking about starting something like a symposium where we bring these people to talk to people in our community on what they can be doing to make sure we not only end for veteran, but then we especially with America, will start producing the next Etofism and all these guys.
That is that is a great question, and it's something we've been thinking about. And the only thing that has made it difficult has been the logistics. But
Okay.
we've expected that it would happen naturally because we have kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
That when imagine a child when you're
Mm-hmm.
introduced to an Achille Mana,
Man,
when you're
yeah,
introduced to a Jean de Macron, when you
yeah,
meet an a young Eno, right?
yeah.
And just the interactions that you have with them on the
Okay.
pitch changes your mindset about the whole thing that is soccer. And that
Mm-hmm.
is one thing that we pitch to some sponsors that, hey, the GSA, the
Mm-hmm.
soccer complex where
Mm-hmm.
we are hosting, well,
Mm-hmm.
one of the reasons behind the fact that they allow us to use this beautiful complex is also because they realize that these people are coming and they will give opportunities for kids that are refing, for
Mm-hmm.
people that are refing, kids that come to watch the game, to
Mm-hmm.
learn how the game is played right. If you
Wow.
watch the games that Ayon Enoch played last year, they
Mm-hmm.
were intense. They
Yeah.
were amazing. And so, yes, it's something that we've thought about, but the
Mm-hmm.
challenge has been the logistic. And it's
Mm-hmm.
something that we would definitely take to the NAP, the National Advisory Board, with other teams and say, yes, these are things that we can include in some minutes, in some places, to make sure that to make sure that it happens and happens on the big stage. And one of the things that Prissy mentioned earlier, Gwinnett is trying to. We've attended every NVT since
Yeah.
2015, and every time we go there, we pick one thing. We pick one thing, and we try to come in and say we're going to change.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year as well, we've done a couple of things. For example, one of the things that we've partnered with the city to create an economic impact on real paper for the
Mm-hmm.
whole tournament. That will be transferred to the next team so that it begins to open that process of sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsorship, big sponsorship that makes this tournament even bigger and creates those opportunities. And as you know, this tournament as well, one of the main official guests that we've pursued, that president, that was our wish from the word go, that
Mm-hmm.
we've pursued, and we're still hopeful, is for the presence of the president of ECAFOOD, Samuel Eto'o, to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still hopeful. We don't know yet, but we'll see. But these things, they bring the community together.
Yeah, Tori, I just want to touch on that point, right?
Yeah.
So, what you just mentioned is some of the things that we've had discussions on before,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And one of the biggest challenges that we have is the tournament is for 3 days,
Yeah.
and you have a lot of teams playing soccer or
Yeah.
football, and just the time. And that's why there have been proposals in the
Mm-hmm.
past to extend it to 1 week,
Yeah.
right? So that at least people can use that time. We can have we can have like a cultural night. We can have like a symposium that you talk about. We can have like a business forum. We can
Mm-hmm.
have different activities that can help different people in the community, and it's something that is in progress,
Yeah.
because until we get to that point where we can have this tournament for a week,
Yeah.
then some of those things can be feasible, right? Where you can actually, because 3 days just to play soccer is a lot for to ask. Even if you organize some of those events, some people will not show up
No, sure. That's true.
because they don't have that energy and time.
Mm-hmm.
So we are foreseeing an MVT in the future where it's going to be for 1 week. And for
Okay.
that 1 week, we'll have a lot of different activities that's going to target different people within the community. And eventually, it's going to benefit all of us, and we'll continue to have a stronger organization. Again, like I said before, this whole thing started with the idea of football, good health, but
Yeah.
we have started looking at how we can use this to be able to do other things like other groups do,
Yeah.
and that's why we're making sure that we have the right people in place, especially running the National Executive Committee, and making sure that we have the right advisors from different presidents from different clubs. But trust me, all these things are things that have been discussed, and one day it will happen. We will work on that. It happens once we start having this tournament for 1 week. I'm sure some of those things will be easy to add those in the agenda.
President Emeritus, the next question is actually for you. It's actually from a Camdao player. I think the captain of Camdao, Carlos. About the age, how problem will be, how will the age problem will be solved? Because last time it seems like they lost the game to a team, and then I think that team end up they disqualified the team he play as them even after they already eliminate Camda. So like I think the question would be now, before the last competition, there were these talks about, oh, we don't put in place this, we don't put in place this, we don't put, and then we get there, it was chaos. I don't know. When I don't do anything different this time around for make the situation better.
Yes, so that is really a question for the NVT, but I can answer that because we're partnering with them to make sure that happens, right?
Okay.
So last year, they introduced a tool called Intelligent, which is a tool that used to verify ID. It was the first time they're using it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest challenge they had last year was the fact that some of the delegates were supposed to be there on time to check the IDs and make sure
Mm-hmm.
everything was working. And
Mm-hmm.
also, delegates were coming from both teams and they were ones checking. So there was some inefficiency. So the process was not effective. Like
Mm-hmm.
my president mentioned, that one thing that is different this time with Gwinnett, we have four match officials. So you have the central ref, two linesmen, and you have a match delegate. These are
Mm-hmm.
independent people. Then you have what is called a super delegate. A super delegate is somebody that is part of the National Veteran Operation
Mm-hmm.
Committee, which is their job now for do now for check those IDs. Then the independent delegates and the officials they'll confirm. Now, if at this point, if an ID no pass check, that player cannot play. They will NEC will do their best to try to resolve them while the match continues. So
Mm-hmm.
again, last year it was the first time. Again, we learned from our mistakes, and this year it is going to be better. And if any team is out there trying to bring a player that is underage,
Mm-hmm.
please do not waste your time,
I don't.
because
Yeah, please continue.
yeah, because it will not work, because we are putting everything in place to make sure that it worked. People think that the system did not work. We've last time it failed because of people, the people that were supposed to implement it, and this time we've make sure that we have the right people. We make sure that we don't assign a lot of tasks to them so that they don't feel overwhelmed. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why this time is going to be a smooth process, because you have one. I think there'll be if there's 9 fields, each field will have a super delegate, and that super
Mhm.
delegate will have a scanner. So
Mhm.
last time I think we had only about three scanners where they have to
Wow.
move it around.
Move,
So
yeah.
the logistics around that was not effective. But this time it's going to be better. Of course, I mean, there is never going to be 100% perfect, but
Yeah.
trust me, it will be way better than we think. And of course, we never ever cease for no talk say me club them just respect the rule,
Make you respect them.
just respect the rule because honestly, Tori, the amount of money we would spend for buy the
What?
equipment and to verify these IDs, trust me, that money can be put to a better use to even help some. I mean, unprivileged in our community or even back home, like what the NVT is currently doing. But like I said, some of these clubs they need to get a better foundation, a better structure where things like that doesn't happen because for example, last time for Maryland, they did blame Gwinnett, say Gwinnett no play semifinals. We did not call for it because
Yep.
clubs really did not respect the rules.
Yeah.
We'll just respect the rules, just be honest, and everything will be fine. But trust me, Carlos, this time it will be better. What happened to your team? I promise you, it will not happen this time, and it will be better. So, your question, I mean, it's a valid question, and NVT has looked into that as well, and they've make sure that they've put everything in place to make sure that the ID thing is not a headache this year.
Guys, personally, I just feel like we just need to be honest. We just need to be honest. Why you want to take some person we eat under age for me kind of run with your friend when your age meet just because you know one play or like me guys is just massa. Crazy, my next question now for you. I'm telling you, like that part
Yeah.
just frustrate me to the extent where I don't even know me. Crazy, my next question now for you.
Yes.
Uh, I know one put the question say you the fear now for the competition. My ask and I say if you not take the cup, you feel say now who go take the cup?
Oh my goodness, very great question. I think Gwinnett, we know say Gwinnett will take the cup. If we not take the cup, we feel say Gwinnett will take the cup in another way. But to be serious, it's a very good competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have so many teams that have worked hard to elevate their level. So, for example, if you think about San Antonio when San Antonio was in Oklahoma, I think Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
they were a team that was good together, and then they just powered themselves
Mm-hmm.
forward in subsequent years. Right? You look at teams like even Minnesota, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like a younger team and just growing. And last year was in the semifinals, right? So there are plenty of teams out there that have stepped up their level that have a shot at this, at winning this, but it is home. It's Gwinnett.
Crazy, you want to add something for the emeritus? If going
No,
no take am, no go take am.
no, I mean just like any tournament, right? There's always gonna be favorites, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and usually the favorites are always based now on last year performance,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
right? But yeah, and if you go by that, I mean, I mean, Gwinnett really, I mean, we are champions. I mean, champions. We know we not scared of any team or
Mm-hmm.
like so to fear any team,
Mm-hmm.
and we just believe deep in us that will win the tournament. So it's going to be a very difficult question for me for ask me say, hey, which other team go win? If I believe so, will win. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's how I feel like. I just believe they will get everything in place for win up. So,
And on
but
the
of course, you have favorites.
yeah, and on the flip side, one of the things we don't know exactly what the other teams are bringing, right? We can only
Mm-hmm.
concentrate on ourselves, and we
Mm-hmm.
can only put together a tournament that makes it enjoyable to play, put fields and everything that they will enjoy themselves and have fun. At the end of the day, I also want to say It's a fiesta, it's a festival, it's us coming out and really having fun. We want to be competitive and win, but guess what? It's our community that we are building up. So we are all winners at the end of the day.
Percy, I want me to talk again about the entertainment part. Just point out a few things that will happen again. So maybe they know say the enjoyment go plenty.
Oh, enjoyment go plenty. Those coming on Wednesday. We don't already give on a Wednesday hangout spots.
Mm-hmm.
So these are lounges, and this is one thing. We'll be very strategic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Most people, if you book through our hotels, I think I see a question about how to create an economic impact.
Mm-hmm.
Starts on the hotels. If you book through our hotels, the county knows, the county visits you, and the county begins to estimate how much that your individual impact is going to be, and then they
Mm-hmm.
can spread it around and make an estimate. So that's
Mm-hmm.
one part. So if you've not booked through our hotels and you're listening here, let us know so we could
Mm-hmm.
get that information for the county. But Wednesday we get hangout places, lounges. Like I don't tell you, the people that are organizing other parties around, but we have official parties that we've put together for people. On Thursday, there are three different spots. When
Mm-hmm.
you get here, early bird welcome. There is a Dreamy Lounge, there is Influence Lounge,
Mm-hmm.
there is even an official after party, a place called Divine Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
And we've put those things all together into flyers, and we want people to go there, have fun, because it is fun the ATL way. It's
Mm-hmm.
for no reason that they call this Hotlanta, right? So you're gonna get everything that you can imagine and think in those places, and really really fun. Friday, after 36 or so games, we
Mm-hmm.
invite everybody to come to an amazing welcome party, which is you just enter free, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Friday, NBT wants you to come and get the fiesta. And we have two amazing young artists, right, that are
Mm-hmm.
going to get us going in the flow. We have Ekiti Drogba,
Mm-hmm.
and we one family, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna Shalom Tum. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be amazing that evening, and we're gonna run from anywhere 9 to about 3 4 a.m. So which means you have plenty of time to come sit, enjoy the music, dance, and let these guys entertain you. They're amazing entertainers. Then on Saturday, on Saturday evening, you cannot go wrong with
Mm-hmm.
Lady Pons
Mm-hmm.
beginning to close out her tour in the US. And then we've also, so you think about the music, right? The music is different. We're not giving
Mm-hmm.
you just one kind of genre in Cameroon. We're giving
Mm-hmm.
you different types. So Lady Pons and the one and only Mr. Leo are going to
Mm-hmm.
highlight that Saturday evening, and it's going to run from 9 p.m. till
Mm-hmm.
5 a.m. So guess what? When you come to Atlanta, you party until you get tired. So,
Mm-hmm.
and we give you VIP service. So it's not when you buy your tables, you will get your drinks, you would enjoy yourself, and you will dance, you would interact with the musicians as much as possible. And on Sunday, we close it out with the gala event, which would feature Ben Baker and Ekiti Drogba opening up for him, and
Mm-hmm.
Logram Baker being there. So you see, we've gone to those different genres in Cameroon, from Bikutsi, Makosa, and Afrobeat,
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon, and things like that. And then on Monday, we close it out with a big barbecue where we want everybody to come have fun, right?
Yeah.
So the enjoyment in Atlanta, and this is the official enjoyment. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
color the plenty, right? So singles, everybody, as my president said earlier, my president emeritus said earlier, come out and have fun. Come out and enjoy yourself, because the entertainment would be. And I'm saying this, forgetting, I'm not forgetting the DJs and the MCs that are going to help chaperone you through. We have one
Mm-hmm.
of the best DJs in town, DJ Intern.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Intern, DJ Diallo on Friday, DJ Intern for Saturday and Sunday, and Chops Zama as MC, all the way from all around. So it's gonna be packed, and we hope you're gonna enjoy yourself. And those who have already done their due diligence of reserving their tables, you
Mm-hmm.
begin to get information requesting. You choose what you want to have on your table. We're not going to give you. You have a choice, and then you
Wow.
pick your choices, and we put it on your table, right?
Wow.
And when you show up, you will get that entertainment. And I hear there's a question that a lot of people in Houston and Maryland bought tables but could not get into the hall. Gwinnett has a foundation of trust. We believe that if we promise you, we are going to deliver. So we are going to deliver everything that we tell you on our flyers. So now you bought your table, you get in, you get all your drinks, the drinks that you selected, and we'll have
Mm-hmm.
nice servers that are going to put that drink on your table and entertain you all night. So come, let's have fun in Gwinnett County, guys.
For those who don't know Ekiti Drogba, I beg come and play my brother music small.
On apprend toujours. Voilà, voilà, voilà. Dansez, dansez, bougez, dansez, sautez. Voilà, voilà, voilà. Dansez, dansez. Habillement.
Abi Emaro.
Dr. Christophe Rocco International number one. La sapée.
Hey.
Let me proceed.
Abba. Abba.
That's
Hey,
what you say.
you go worry. Oh, President
Confirm.
Emeritus, which will be your final words?
My final word, and I have it in two parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start with the NVT as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we have great presidents that have taken over from Emeritus Denizke Bacham, then Dr. Yakum, who is the outgoing president. They've done a lot in terms of bringing NVT to where it is, and a lot of people in our community, one way or the other, they've supported the NVT to make sure that NVT is the best. And my biggest goal is that we should not fail, and NVT should not fail, and we should do everything we can in our power to make sure that NVT is the strongest in the future, where we can start incorporate some of the things that you mentioned, like the cultural night,
Mm-hmm.
symposium,
Mm-hmm.
business forum, talking with all these former professional players, bringing them kids there and pushing NVT to 1 week. And I'm sure some of these things will happen. But again, it takes a village. It takes all of us. It takes the 36 clubs and, of course, about our six other clubs that are on the waiting list to make this
Mm-hmm.
happen. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure it will happen one day. We have
Mm-hmm.
to continue. As far as Gwinnett Veteran Soccer Club hosting the National Veteran Tournament this year, like I said, we have two objectives. Objective number one is making sure that we win the tournament. And objective number two is making sure that we host the best NVT tournament yet. And this is making sure that, as like my president mentioned, everything that we've put in place as far as parties and as far as social gatherings and everything, they've worked so hard. I give great kudos to the team. We have fabulous team working behind the scene. I mean, I cannot thank them enough. I cannot tell you what kind of sacrifice it goes into place to make sure that this happen. They're putting a lot of time, and those credits sometimes they don't get it enough. But I'm sure, I mean, when people come to Gwinnett and leave, they will say, "Hey, this is the reason why we are the champions, because
Wow.
we delivered what we said we're going to deliver. We don't promise what we will not deliver. So it's going to happen. It's going down. We're waiting, everybody. It's going to happen."
Mo knack so other music for one other artist wey go be there for entertain me. Hey, Ay, hey.
Wow.
Oh God, man, we no one go enjoy now. You know all this stress we do for America, so
I'm telling you.
all this stress for America, so man, we no one go enjoy now. You know.
No, you told the truth, Tori, man, because this is, if you take vacation with your family, go somewhere, if you go vacation with your friend, but this is a unique opportunity where it comes once a year. You don't get
Mm-hmm.
this any time of the day. I mean, so people where they're out there watching this, the return on investment, you coming to Gwinnett and feature NVT, you will not regret it. It's gonna be fabulous.
That's true. Great opportunity, especially for people the way they don't stay here longer or they live for that corner they didn't only then they don't really get community like
Yep.
we live for Allen they go beg Maggie for corner, they might beg sort for the now good places for I dey actually talk to some of my friends. I don't say hey, we need to go there because you see so many people and in as much as the cultural part never really be organized, but then you see people then dress in their regalia, people talk certain way and it's just going to be fun. Prezi, what will be your final words?
My final word is I want everybody out there to believe, think about one thing. If we have one spirit,
Mm-hmm.
we can move mountains. If we
Very
come
true.
together, we can achieve a lot. NVT has gotten to the stage where it can begin. The return on the investment of NVT can become very huge. And it
Mm-hmm.
only happens if we all come together and move this organization forward. We are honest on the field. We come, we help, we participate, we support the people that have
Mm-hmm.
come there to spend the morning till evening to get your food ready, to get your soya ready, to get your fish ready, to get all the African goodies ready on that field. We have to get your clothes designed by Africans. Afri Style from Duplex, Africa Rich from Chris Fondufe, Africa Rich from Chris Fondufe, and many, many, many others will be there. So we come in there, we look at these businesses, we interact with them. There's even Life Taste, a new beverage company that is going to
Mm-hmm.
be unleashed to the Cameroonian community in Gwinnett
Wow.
County. We want everybody come. Let's unite together. Let's have an amazing tournament. It's not about Gwinnett, it's about NVT. And if we show up ready to party, if we show up ready to have fun, if we show up ready to support and make sure that everybody is having fun, guess what? Our tournament will go to even bigger heights, and Minnesota, that is coming in 2024, would even be greater. So
Very
that's
true.
why I want us to come in full force in Gwinnett County and set the stage so that NVT will never be the same again. And that's my last word. Come, let's have fun in Gwinnett County.
Yeah, when they say have fun, now they can't seem to the talk.
Hey, 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 River.
Victor, le stratège, le formateur des jeunes. Gama wana bor ma bor le shere koko ma
Uh,
Ça va chauffer,
Manyenga dana bora me wo shere
oh God, now we don't know this one.
hein?
This is an entertainer. Like
Yeah.
any person we miss you one get fun. So many reasons so many reasons they way you get for go Atlanta.
Mhm.
It's the reasons are plenty. I don't even think so we need for over talk about them. Uh but my boss them any question they way or any topic they wanna be hope so we'll address and we are not bring that up.
Yes, I mean, I was just trying to
By the
find
way,
out.
yeah, no, go ahead. I think I remember which I want to talk later. Yeah. Please go
Yeah,
ahead.
I would just want to find out whether you are sure they participate for the NVT tournament.
Uh Definitely, I'll be Atlanta. I intend for talk to a few people. I intend for document because that's one thing for me I'm big with, especially for community. I feel like the fact say whenever they document things that they will go for document now one of the reasons we our community they in so much chaos because you want ask about na pani the need your fundi don't go so you really it's difficult to really go for some place if you go really get documentation of e life. You understand? When some pikin fit go for they really go read and read and read and understand say, okay, now my papa a mistake and they will make am, now the mistake and done. So things that like this are the struggle for put in place a team where if you come out there, document them for where we how many years, many years from now, pikin if you can see and be like, oh, okay, nothing will be happen. Now so they be do am, if you do and so and do better. So yes, I think it really will be Atlanta.
Great,
Great,
great, great.
great.
You make a very good point, right?
Yeah.
Another thing just in line of what you just said about documentation, and I
Mhm,
think President Navy mentioned a little bit about
mhm.
the economic impact of NVT. You
Yeah, I
know,
think
in
Success
the
is even ask some question like that or make a made a suggestion. It was
yes,
not a question.
yeah. So just in the past, we just go there. Each team goes, they book their hotel and they
Mm-hmm,
pay their flight, and that data is not anywhere. It's just all over the place, right?
mm-hmm,
And we are talking about, like the new national executive board or committee where they come in and they've talked,
mm-hmm,
even the current one, they've talked about this, trying to get data which you can use to able to negotiate better deals when it
mm-hmm,
comes to sponsors, right?
mm-hmm,
When it comes to all these airline companies, come to all these hotels and try to say, hey, this is the numbers and what can we get in terms of a deal.
mm-hmm,
And one thing that I'll give a lot of credit to President Navy and our team to be
mm-hmm,
able to start that, especially around gathering numbers, data, especially
mm-hmm,
when he emphasized, say, hey, use that link to book your hotel. And
mm-hmm,
if you didn't use the link, we would like to get that information
mm-hmm,
because at the end of the day, the county will be able to get that data of how many hotels were booked that weekend,
mm-hmm,
and they can use that data to calculate the economic impact for that weekend.
mm-hmm,
Now, if we're going to Minnesota next year, that
mm-hmm,
data can be available for Minnesota or the
mm-hmm.
NVT. They can use that data to go and negotiate better deals.
Yeah.
And some of these things, when we talk about some teams, and they need to understand the reasons and the impact about it and how it can benefit all the teams,
Oh,
right?
well, yeah.
If you go to like I see uh the former Ben candidate for president be run, he go negotiate or he go get a like exploratory meeting with Adidas where they were
Mm-hmm.
interested. But at some point, guess what? They'll ask, what is the data?
That's
How many
true.
people are you talking about?
That's
And
true.
guess what? If you don't have that, it's gonna fall apart. So
Mm-hmm,
we are trying to make sure that we build that database where we can have that data, and also with your documentation that you're
mm-hmm.
talking about. Those are things that
Yeah,
are valuable, and
that's
we
true.
don't talk about it a lot because we're not seeing the benefit of it. Not only as a historian coming
Mm-hmm,
in and looking at it, but also the economic benefit of it and how it could benefit the future generation. Because
mm-hmm.
again, we want NVT to stay and for the future.
Yes.
Prezi, any topic you be thinking you need to address them?
No, I think I'm good. We've shared quite a lot tonight
Mm-hmm,
about this tournament, its origins,
mm-hmm,
uh, the winners
mm-hmm,
throughout time, and the improvements that we've seen it grow in terms of the teams, the
mm-hmm,
excitement that it brings to our community,
mm-hmm,
and the fact that we are also exposing our artists from Cameroon to the largest populations that they would see. And then we are also bringing out businesses to make sure that we know that we have businesses and we know how to make the businesses grow. Because if we have millionaires amongst us, it means
mm-hmm.
more people would also become millionaires. And
Very
so
true.
those are the things that we want to share out there, that let's come really and enjoy ourselves and have fun. and make sure we support each other. So thank you.
I'm not going for thank you now. I'm not going for thank you now. I think this was beautiful. I'll be the ask question and I've got one learn and I actually learn a lot. Like I said, I'll be Atlanta and I sure I'll get my time to now.
Sure.
For she don't and then I'll ask now one or two questions on how things
Great.
they go. But then if any day, anytime, anything they wanna visit to if we do for continue push our community for front, when I not hesitate for let me know.
Great.
Yep. So Toride, I think uh, after the NVT, we would like
Mhm.
for organize another session like this,
Mhm.
just for talk about
De-
how everything passed and
mhm.
just what
Mhm.
we learned, and
Definitely.
so just kind of like report back to the same people that are watching, just
Mhm.
to
If
get
if
this thing
if
going.
Gwinnett win cup, that session I'll fly to Atlanta. Because definitely when I win club, when I probably do like an event, maybe like for a week
Yes.
or two after,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
surely fly into Atlanta. Then we should done. It'll be a better like
I
we'll do it
agree.
in a more professional way.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. I beg
Because
change that word, say if to say when Gwinnett.
no, but
Great.
I gotta trust me. Everyone na Gwinnett, all man na Gwinnett. No, make go bring our national team.
Yeah.
Oh man, for me, like I talked earlier, no matter just how good una players dey, but for me na that how organized una dey. You hardly see Gwinnett players a query for fee or argue or coach or yeah, small thing if they bet una short. We start drag the life to
Yeah.
2 hours. I wish you not the best though, but when I know say
Thank you very much.
Arlington
We
the
really
Kame,
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
We
Huh?
really
Arlington
appreciate it
Arlington
for having
Arlington
us.
veteran the Kame,
Yeah. 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 Get that.
Arlington.
Yeah. Give me. Yeah. Yeah. We.
Everybody's
Yeah.
Doride, everybody is coming for us. We know that.
Yes. We
So
know
it's
that.
every year is like that. So
Bos-
everybody's coming.
Boston,
Wow.
Boston,
So,
Spartan,
yeah.
EFC,
We
Colorado,
Yep.
everybody. So
We know this is going to be the most challenging NVT for us, so we are aware. So because we know every team is coming, like no, we cannot just come and lay our hands down and let you guys win. So we understand that. So that's good.
Crazy, thank you very much, man. I enjoy my
thank you.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much.
Great. Thank you. And thank you
Yeah.
for everybody that joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Thanks to all your followers. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it, and you're patient to listen to what we're saying. Thank you.
All right. Great.
Yep.
Wow, I think this was a wonderful one. Yeah, it was a beautiful conversation. And that is how we build our community. We come together, we talk to each other, we discuss, we have conversations. And before you know it, we'll only continue for the grow. We'll only continue for the grow, we'll only continue for the grow. That was the president of Gwinnett and the former president of Gwinnett. Gwinnett now the club we host NVT National Veteran Tournament this year. Um, Wonderful group of guys. I enjoy not just them when they play, but I enjoy the group with they get them very tight, very solid, borders keeper. You understand character, like honesty and all of that. I feel like if there's one thing you want to do the one last thing you want to do for this summer is to travel to Atlanta and go enjoy the competition. Like the football will really be fine now. People they always ask me, "Oh, travel for Atlanta for football?" No, there's more than football. You get it could be in another one place where you get more than 10,000 Cameroonians, and not just 10,000 Cameroonians, but guess what? You get a lot of intellectuals. You get a lot of career professionals. Maputanda, you get a lot of people that we if you learn from, especially if you be person will ask questions. So any person want go there, you want go there, you want be ready for good network, you want go be ready for good network, you want be ready for good network. And it's more to it that we get time for today. Um, I think it was a beautiful one. More live and so no.